Welcome back to Missouri Valley Conference Media Day. It's MVC tip-off here from St. Louis, Missouri. Talking with the head coach of the Salukis, Barry Hinson. Coach, always good to catch up with you. Every time we see you during the year, you're always talking about classic battles with Greg Lanson and Barry Hinson. I'm sure this year you're excited about your group to see them go up against the Sycamores, but of course not just the Sycamores, but throughout this tough league.
Oh, no question. You got two silver foxes on the sideline. When I say silver, we're both silver in our beards and silver in our hair. So you got two old school guys, and I can't. You know how I feel about Coach Lansing. I think he's one of the best coaches in our league, and certainly one of the best coaches in the country. But you know as well as I do that whenever we hook it up, it's always a battle, and I look forward to nothing else. You can remember last year's battle with Aaron Cook and Jordan Barnes. What a great game. And then you look at what happened when we go to Terre Haute. I mean, my gosh, we go into overtime, and just another great game. So, when the Sycamores and the Salukis hook up, we're such a local rivalry. It's just always good, exciting basketball.
What makes you most excited about this group you have? Of course, you had a foreign trip before the season started, which was, I heard you talk about with Mike Reese, which was really important for your group. But knowing you have so much returning, that added extra practice, it's got to be even more excitement with your group heading into this year.
Well, I think two words right off the bat: 6 seniors. That's the key. And let's don't forget, this group of young men finished second last year, and we lost 3 starters. So we've got, knock on wood, we hope to have everybody healthy. But I'm excited because we've got 6 seniors, and when you throw in 2 juniors, one of them was one of our guys that we redshirted last year off a broken hand, Eric McGill, and of course one of the most exciting players out of this local metroplex, Aaron Cook. So we're just, we're excited because we've got some maturity, we've got experience, and we have to stay healthy. Teak Bowl is back. We don't know how much Teak's going to get to play. Teak will not be healthy. He's not going to be at full speed, but I've said this before, Teak at 3/4 to half speed's a lot better than a lot of our guys at times because he can alter shots, he can block shots, but I go to practice every day excited, and I enjoy being around this group of young men. Probably one of the best group of young men collectively that I've had to coach in 37 years. How about that?
37 years?
37 years. I'm starting my 37th year of coaching.
Now I know why you're a silver fox.
Yeah. Well, I'm silver. I probably ought to drop the fox. I lost the fox about 20 years ago, but I'm silver-headed.
You mentioned, coaches talk about all the time controlling the controllables, and sometimes injuries plays out of hand. And a year ago, that's what your group went through. But how did that make your group even tougher? Not just a year ago, but for those guys that are returning and setting up for this season.
I think one of the things you just referred to is turn a negative into a positive. And last year, when we ended the season, literally we were playing 6, 7 guys. And when I say 7, Jonathan Wiley came back off of a knee surgery, and we just couldn't. Jonathan, bless his heart, he tried as hard as he could, but the last 3 games he just couldn't play. And so we were basically playing 6, 7 guys there at the stretch. But we learned from that. And one of the things we learned is we learned how tough we were. And then the other thing, those guys were sitting out. Eric McGill and Teak and Jonathan, and of course Marcus broke his hand early in the season. But those guys that had to sit out realized how invaluable it is to be on that floor. And they don't take practice, they don't take basketball for granted. I met with our guys yesterday at practice, and I said, you 6 seniors, I know you think this is just inevitable. I'm not inevitable, but you're invincible, and it never's going to come to an end. We have 180 days left. That's it. We've got 180 days left. And I said, you have to embrace it every single day. And that's the thing that I think looking into this year for us, specifically for the Salukis, that makes it so exciting, is that we've got guys that didn't have the opportunity to play last year that are really ready to play this year. And it just makes it a pleasure to come up to every single day.
Nationally, there may have been some question marks about how good the Valley would be a year ago, but internally with you guys as coaches, there was never any doubt. And everybody saw that with how good this league was last year, not just because of Loyola's run, but I think there were multiple teams, you being one, that felt if you would have got a crack at that tournament, you could have done the same. This year, how good is this league going to continue to be and continue to raise that bar, especially with you guys who have been in this league for so long?
Well, let me answer a couple of questions here. Nationally, you're right, but not with our media and not with the people or the communities of the Missouri Valley Conference. I was extremely disappointed last year that we're the 8th best conference in the country and we could only get 1 team in postseason play. That's ridiculous. You can quote me on that, tweet it, do whatever you want to do on social media, but that's not right, period. The Valley struggles a lot of times simply for the part that we don't have large market areas to promote. It's your guys' responsibility, and it's our guys' responsibilities to continue to do what we do and to talk about it. We're the second oldest conference in college basketball. Second only to the Big Ten. We were the 8th best conference in the country last year, and being the 8th best conference last year, we bring back 37 of 50 starters next year. I'm the dean of this league. I've been in this league a long time, and I'm proud of it. And when I see that this league's being disrespected like it was last year and coming down to a one-bid league, that's just ridiculous. So if it takes me each and every day or every time I get in front of guys like you, the mic or the camera or whatever, and you ask me to talk about the Valley, my old chest is going to poke out. I'll go peacock on you in a heartbeat, and because I'm proud of this league and I'm proud of what it stands for. And you know what? I think you're going to see some great things come out next year.
Coach, appreciate the time.
Thank you.
So much.
Appreciate it.